Alright, once you got both, try to get dominant position. Yes. Guard is dominant position.
Watch the edge.
Stand up. You won. Dominant position. Clear the mat.
It's in 3 seconds.
You got dominant position. Full guard. Side mount. Dominant position. Dominant for heavyweights. Dominant for Alpha and Bravo. Yep. Let's say he's got a dominant position.
Alright, I'll take it.
Yeah, man.
Here are the last two. We don't have a position yet.
What's that line over there?
Guard. Dominant position. Heavyweights are all on this side. Down there. All right, here we go. Let's brace this out a little bit. If you got into a submissive position, you're down there. Spread it out a little bit. All right. How many more dominant?
This is
All right,
winning.
heavyweights 1. Alpha Bravo, come on to the center.
Yeah, this is
Heavyweights, do they do jump squats? Do they do spider crawls, or do I show them something else?
Something else. Something else.
All right.
They can handle it.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Here we go. It's lights versus heavies. They're gonna have to adapt. We can't always choose our numbers.
Why
All the heavyweights that I'm on.
you can do it!
Give some space.
You want to checker?
Huh?
You got it.
3 seconds. That's it. 3 seconds. Stop.
You can do it, Wyatt.
Exercise here. Describe it.
I can't. As far down as I can throw it down.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, hold on.
Whoa! Get set. Go.
Come on, Wyatt. Come on,
Dominant
Wyatt.
position. Dominant position.
Use those legs against it.
Vasily 1. Wyatt, you're out. Tom, you're out. Vasily and Valencia are still in.
You got
Careful. Whoa. Wait. Let go. Let go. Trap her toes. What do I not see? Let me see this.
It's a back.
All right, give space. Okay, now, show us proper beer can grip. Okay. It seems natural to invert that. Go ahead and do that upside down. Why wouldn't we do this? Those of you that I've already told you, don't say anything. What happens if I actually fall onto this?
Yeah, just break them arms.
Well, tap. All right. Saying tap works too, foot as well. So, all right, do you see that? If he grabs this wrong and I fall on it, even if it's on accident, if I just go, it's broke. This is what my arm is doing to his. Pinning it, breaking it, okay? So that's why, beer can grip, he's got it here. All right? Now, one of the things to be conscious of, okay, is if I'm down here, slap this arm up on the inside and wrap it and come around. He can roll me here now, too, if I'm down low. Why is my hand palm up? Can anyone guess why this hand is palm up?
If he bucks you forward.
Well, he's going to roll me, right? Trap my foot?
Your hand won't, your
Same
wrist will
side
slap
foot?
that.
Yeah, because if I'm stuck here, snap. Go ahead and roll me. Back up at 1 o'clock and roll.
Don't roll how it's supposed to roll.
Don't hold your breath. You mean I don't necessarily have to use that grip? Take top mount? All right, watch this variation, okay? So he's down low to me. He's not going to stay up there, right? He's trying to work some chokes. Get low. All right, so we're in here. My hand comes inside. Now I'm being a good guy. Palm up. You guys see that variation?
Can you show it again, please?
Okay. Come on in. Staying low. See how that's wrapped?
Yes.
Foot trap, palms up towards me. And all I'm going to do with this hand is I'm going to reach. I'm going to work everything down, up, and out to the shoulder blades. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm not going to use my fingertips. Anything that's pointy like that goes deep into the skin, causes injury. So I'm going to use the rounded areas of my thumb and my fingers. You see this motion? Just like I'm stretching out like pizza dough. Goes in, get a good grip, I lift, and I pull out. That lifting motion is the key thing. You can't just go like this. Sure, it'll feel okay because it's compression, but you're not stretching the muscle fibers out. You're not stretching it out, you're just squishing it. Getting a good stretch is the key to that, okay? Now, this is deep tissue massage, so if somebody's really sore, it's going to hurt a little bit at first. But the results are very positive once you're done. The reason I had him roll up his sleeves a little bit is if I get this right, and if he has a lot of lactic acid, not all the time you're going to see it, but a lot of the times you'll actually see just like goose pimples or goosebumps run down the arm. That's when you know you've got the lactic acid working out. The idea is as I squish and pull this muscle tissue, fresh oxygenated blood's going to reach the tissue. Any of the toxins that built up from the chemical reactions from just stagnant. What does blood do when you leave it out in the air long enough? Coagulates, it clots. Now if you just take a bucket of blood and you just set it like on a shelf,
The top layer.
what happens after about a week?
Separates.
It rots, right? It rots. Yeah, it smells, it rots. So just because it's not exposed to open air doesn't mean that little bit of blood or the bruises and stuff like that aren't there. Yeah, it's still bad. It's still toxic. Would you want to drink it? No, so you don't want it in your muscle tissue. All right. I like it. It's very good. I like
I guess y'all have never been in his garage.
Yeah. So that's what's really cool about this jowl that we use is it increases circulation. It reduces inflammation, which makes the blood easier to flow. And that's why once you get a dark, like black bruise, you may still see a little bit of it, but this is more of a pinkish, brownish hue because it's breaking up that clot. That's why you put it on copiously until you get it down. Now, you notice usually you do what easier? Heard you say it earlier about bruises? Usually you what? Bruise easier? I heard you say those words. You can speak. You can answer. People can't see the head nod. You were standing right here. You said, usually when we're talking about bruises,
Yeah.
and I'm making fun of some of them only being
Oh
freckles.
yeah, usually I bruise easier than I am during this.
Now she remembers.
Yeah.
I never said that.
So-
Oh, hey,
The other part about the herbs in this jowl that we use is it also toughens up that tissue and that bone and everything in that area. So the more you use it, the harder it is to get bruised, the harder it is to break the bone. That's why kick and punch telephone poles or dent the concrete-filled steel poles that are sitting out here in the mere grass with mere concrete holding them.
You didn't dent him, you just moved it.
You want me to show you the dents? I'm going to dent you.
That's just the problem. I'm in the middle.
Yeah,
Tie you
we'll
to
get
it and I'm
that
going to kick
later.
it.
Take
All
care
right.
of that.
So the toughness that comes from that is just continuously using that over a period of a couple months and years. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start, again, I'm going to start center, work my way down using what parts of the fingertips and thumbs? Rounded. The motion is just like what? Pizza dough. Starts in, pulls up and out. Making little rainbows of pizza dough. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the neck. Obviously, you can't really get a good grip to do that on the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my thumbs on one side, and then I'm going to walk over. My thumbs are going to be the other side. The idea is I'm going to grab all of this tissue, and I'm going to stretch it out. Start working at the top. Start working my way down towards the base of the neck. See, I'm working everything down here. Now, just that little bit of pressure, even though it's not a lot. You see this skin color change? What's happening? What is that causing the skin color? Oxygenated blood. It's red, so there's oxygen in it, right? And what I'm feeling for is any parts of the muscle tissue that are twinging, that are stuck, or feel like there might be a rock in it or not. If I find that area, what I do is I circle in on it. He doesn't have any right here, but I'm just acting like there is. So I'm using my thumb for heavy pressure. So after about 10, 15 pulls and slides down to the neck, what I'm going to do is I'm start here right at the base of where like his dog chain would be. As much of this muscle tissue as I can get, I'm even using the palms. Large sweeping motions. And I'm trying to get just in between the shoulder blades a little bit with my thumbs, pulling it all up and out. Once I feel I've got it across the clavicle really well, I start rolling down towards the deltoid and stretching this tissue out. And the idea is you're just milking the lactic acid out of the tension areas in the body, and working it down towards the arms where it's reintegrated. Hitting here in the center, using my thumb, little circles. That's moving out and away from the spine.
I did my neck last night, earlier this morning, so you probably won't get a whole lot of it.
Oh, this one right here, this you won't hear any pops generally like this.
No, I'm talking about the soreness I had on that. That's why I really,
You get a lot of lactic acid.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
One of the other things that's often neglected is you have all these muscle tissues pulling. What's the protagonistic muscle group into this? Clavicle. So I'm gonna set my leg in the center. I'm gonna stretch your shoulders out and back. Catch across the front of the shoulder. And I'm just gonna alternate little pushes down on the shoulders. Stretching, forcing the muscle tissue down. You can gently stretch the neck a little bit with it. Not a lot of pressure, I'm just using just tips. How does it feel? Alright, next victim. Think about how small the spine is supporting the head, how exposed it is. It's not just these neck muscles that hold it up. What else holds it up? All of these muscles through here. So the more you're up like this, and unless you're conducting an eyelid inspection laying on your neck, the more tension that's going to build up. So what we're going to start with is the base of the skull here. So we're going to work our way down until we get right until we get C7. Right up here, we start to get into our T's, so T1 and 2 area. And once we start working this, the idea is, it's like milking a cow. Or taking a tube of toothpaste. You want to go from the bottom up, right? That way you get it all out, you don't waste any. So I'm going to try, you're going to see me put my feet just a little bit quicker. Try to allow them to breathe more.
You're almost cops.
The other side.
I'm good. Oh, you got no idea how to do
Well,
Ooh, cover that mouth when you sneeze like that.
All over the mat. Now you're gonna be rolling around over there testing her later on.
Now you're spreading it.
and just bring your feet up, please.
You're supposed to make sure wherever you're
All right, so again, I just grab at the knees.
Some acid burn that section.
Hey, so how'd you grab onto his knees? Just cup him under?
Yeah, put his feet under my armpits and just cup his knees here and just lift it. All right, now when I pick up your upper body, just let your head just hang, and I probably won't drop.
Let's drop him. We can't drop him.
Some people are more flexible than others, so you can get a good stretch off of this. The idea is when you're being pulled up this way, just stay loose. What's that?